really long, but I got a haircut last week, so it's like it's not long.
I wouldn't say it looks long.
No. What would you say it looks like?
Just yeah, I mean, you want to get a freshie by the start of next week's show.
Yeah, every Tuesday. Don't know. I've got it.
Yeah, fair.
Every second Tuesday, every fortnight.
Yeah, fair. Well, hello, Ari. Hello, everyone. Welcome, mate. It's the Bias Footy Show.
I know. Back again every week.
Can I just say, last week was pretty hectic. Can we?
Yeah, it was chaotic. Yeah. No, I felt that during. I think I said I disassociated like 4 times because I just couldn't keep up.
Yeah, I think it might have been the most viewed show that we've done together.
Really? Oh, that's good. Don't think it was my best performance though, which is a shame. But it's all right.
Well, to be fair, just always want to be upfront and honest. I don't think it was because of anything we did.
I think we tried our best.
It was actually just because there was, there was breaking news happening.
Yeah, we tried our best. So look, that's what you can ask for at the end of the day. I'm hypercritical. I'm hypercritical of myself. So I will go back and review my performance.
Now that I look at it, no, it's not. The week before was the highest viewed.
Oh, great! I was far better on that one. Great.
Yeah,
awesome.
You were good. Yeah. It's the Greek in you. Your own.
How so?
Your own. As in, it's it's a Greek trait. I think it's a Greek trait. It's also a trait of a winner to be your biggest critic.
Yeah. Well, I'm very much of the opinion that in order, like, you have to believe everything you want other people to believe. So, like, if you think that you're funny, you have to find yourself funny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, because if you don't find yourself funny, how's everyone else going to find you funny? So that's when I laugh at my own jokes, that's my kind of get out of jail free card for that.
I like it.
Thanks.
I like that. So you think you're funny?
Yeah, I think I'm the funniest person I know.
You're pretty funny.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're pretty funny.
Thanks.
All right, Uncle Acker. Hey, mate. Wayne, Sandra, Jonathan Tedelato. Hello, guys and girls. We are here for another installment of the Bias Footy Show. We're going to touch on all the news and all the elements of the AFL season, mostly finals football, all the stories. We'll also touch on the Blues. Yeah. Ari, this week is okay. So the last few weeks has been about who's leaving, and I think this week was the first week of, all right, who wants to be at Carlton? And we have 2 players that have requested trades.
I know, real sort of headline grabbing stuff. Campbell, Chesser, and Liam Reedy. Yeah, good. Liam Reedy broke in today. You were very quick on the video, which was you're good at what you do. I guess we'll have to wait and see what trade capital, how those deals will go down, and also what role they'll play in 2026 and beyond. But look, I think it's quite funny because it's like TDK going, Sauce going, Charlie, whatever. Like, we don't know, like all these big names going out, and like the only signs of bringing players in so far are like a couple of depth players or role players at best. But I'm sure we'll be busier as the trade window approaches and then concludes.
Yeah, of course. Well,
yeah, so
it's just a game of momentum. So like we've had momentum of TDK leaving, Sauce leaving, Charlie, I don't know, happy, unhappy, not requesting a trade, but open to a trade. There was no news of the incoming. And so I think we're starting to build a repertoire of, I don't know, who's staying. So you got Chesser, Nick Haynes, re-signed for a year. Brody Kemp re-signed for 2 years, and then Liam Reedy requests a trade as well. So I don't know. I'm not getting too excited. What I am getting excited about is I think it's starting to form a bit of a picture here. Cheaper, we've been calling them money ball type players.
I think since something along the lines of since 2014, we've had over. I think maybe since 2013, we've brought in 14 former first round picks. I think that's something along the lines. Let me go and get that stat and double check that. So and if I'll just quickly go bring up the names. So the strategy has been used quite a while. It was obviously one of Sauce's big things that he did often, was bringing in those former GWS players. So these are the former number one or first round draft picks Carlton have recruited since 2014. So Lockie Plowman, Jared Pickett, Will Setterfield, Adam Chera, Caleb Marchbank, Reece Palmer, Elijah Collins, Liam Sumner, Daniel Gorringe, Christian Jack, Matt Kennedy, Billy Smets, Darcy Lang, Blake Acres, Jed Lamb. All of those players are former first round picks. So the strategy has been happening for quite a while. I think where have some of them paid off. I mean, for the most part, they've come for nothing, probably barring Chera. And we haven't really lost out on any of those. We haven't won heaps, but I don't think we've lost out either. So I understand the strategy from that perspective.
Yeah. Well, did you watch Footy Abroad last night?
No, it was chinning in and out.
Did you see the game that we did with Pommy around the average picks that each team has used?
No, I did not. Sorry.
Oh my goodness, mate! Really insightful data. Let me just. I want to make sure I'm quoting this correctly. The list that you just gave there. I feel like, did you say Elijah Hollins?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was obviously a first round pick. So, we looked at the build of finals teams last night. So it's about an hour and a half in. No, it's about, hang on, I'll tell you now. About an hour and 10 minutes in is, if you want to go back and watch it. Take a guess. What is the percentage for Geelong of the team that played last week? What is the percentage of their team that they drafted in?
Oh, ridiculously high, probably.
Have a guess.
78%.
73.9%.
Yeah.
Have a guess, for example, the Giants.
The Giants.
Mm.
Well, they've been pretty draft heavy with their academy. So I would say probably a little bit more, 82%.
87%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Geelong's average pick of their draftees, 61.
Really? I guess rookie drafts and stuff like that. But yeah, that would scale that down heavily. Yeah.
Yeah. So highly recommend. It's really interesting data he pulled up. And we played a guessing game as to, what was the percentage of drafted. It was the average pick that the teams used, and then the average spend that the teams used to get those picks in or get the acquisitions in. So yeah. Very interesting stuff. Whereas the Blues, I think for the first, I don't know. I think there will always be a big fish sort of marketed, but I don't know if that's the strategy this year.
Yeah, it's very risky in terms of the fact that you are putting a lot of faith in the development of the players, because there's no doubt that all those players there had some bits of talent, because you don't get drafted as a pick 7, for example, or a pick 8 without having a little bit of talent. It's all about how that talent is used and how it's developed. And we've obviously had a pretty poor history of developing players, whereas I think Geelong, all you got to do is look at how they've turned a steeplechaser and some bloke playing waffle twos a couple of years ago into into premiership contending players and some premiership players. So look, you got to. I think that's where you put your emphasis on. Like, it's not about the identification of talent; it's about the development of talent. I think that's where we've come unstuck a little bit over maybe the last 2 decades.
Definitely. Where do you now sit now that the dust has settled on the Charlie Curnow news? Where do you now? Oh, well, on the players leaving news.
Has the dust settled on the Charlie Curnow news?
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't.
It's just simmering. It's simmering right now.
Where do you sit on the let him go? You're either in or you're out, and it's the club's fault. They've obviously done something for him to want to leave and these players to want to leave.
My opinion is the club should do everything they can to make him want to play for Carlton. I think that goes without saying, because he's that good and that important to us. I think like there's so many examples of. I think Matt Rao went and toured 4 separate clubs last year, signed for the Suns, and has had a career best year. So it's not as if once players' eyes start wandering that's it, they're done, they're finished. Like they can wander and then come back and then be brought back into it, sort of thing. So I don't think it's he started having a look, get rid of him, discard him. He's not committed. I don't think it's that case. And once again, I've been very consistent with my view across it all. Is that I'm very confident that we will be overly compensated for him. So if he does leave, we should find ourselves in a fine position. It's not as if he's gone for nothing.
Fair.
Yeah, that's what I think.
What was your moment of finals footy week 1?
What was my moment?
There was heaps happening. There was
heaps happening. I think because of because of the circumstances around it, I'll have to say Mac Andrews' mark on the game on Saturday night, because I was watching it at Johnny's Green Room in Carlton.
Ooh.
On my phone. Very nice establishment. If anyone,
that's a good. I'm very impressed with that. That's a good spot.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't love it like heaps, because the only beers they've got there are like Peroni and their own, and it's not amazing. But so it's all right. We can move past that. Good scenery, good ambience. So I was watching it there on my phone, and
great spot for a flirt back in the day, you know.
Yeah.
Great spot for a flirt. Absolutely.
Please indulge us.
No, that's all. That's all.
Where would you position yourself? Where would you like? Would you sit like where like the booths are at the back, or would you put yourself in the middle?
Well, first of all, it's wherever you can get a table, if you can get a table, and then you're just on the ones and twos, rolling around, walking. Yeah,
it's quite small.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah. So like if it was a bit bigger, it'd be better. Anyways, we're divulging. I was watching it on my phone with a couple of mates, and the collective gasp when he just floats from nowhere and marks it and kicks the goal, and then the aftermath after that was quite funny. So I would have to say that, because that was just the circumstances around where I was watching it and how I was watching it was quite memorable.
That was great. You were at the game Friday night?
I was at the game Friday night.
Brisbane Geelong. The prophecy begins.
How? What do you mean?
Well, I said Geelong will beat the Lions in the qualifying, and they'll rematch in the granny.
Interesting. I think, I mean, we'll touch on this in a little bit, I'm sure, but I think if it is not a Collingwood-Geelong grand final, something has gone horribly wrong for whichever team doesn't make it, or if either team don't make it. I think you can almost pencil them both in as grand finalists.
Hey, it's finals footy. Anything can happen.
I just don't see a way in which either team wins a preliminary final. I just don't see it.
Brisbane would need to beat Collingwood in a prelim. Is that right?
Without Hipwood or Neil.
Yeah, but I have a theory which I'm going to bring up when we cover Brisbane Gold Coast. Just remind me if I don't bring it up.
Okay, I will. I'll remind you.
Yeah. We were both there on Friday night. The scenes when Cam Rayner was awarded the free kick.
What a guy.
So if you're at the game, like you didn't see anything happen behind the ball, right?
Not the first incident. Yeah, no.
Yeah. So like I dare say most people were watching where the shot on goal that was about to happen, apart from those who were maybe goal side where the free kick was given. And it was because you're at the footy, you don't have the screen, so you don't know what's happening. You don't have the broadcast telling you the level of everyone turning around left to right, like what's happened? What was it for? And the confusion and the commotion was amazing. I was seated next to. Yeah, I don't think this is wrong to say. I was seated next to the Sydney coaching staff.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, the Cox. Yeah, and Mr. I think he's assistant coach. I forgot his name, but yeah, right next to me. They were looking around left to right, like, well, what's it for? It was great.
This is this is who you surround yourself with when you know the right people. By the way, ladies
No,
and
I
gentlemen.
think I just
Yeah.
got lucky with where I sat. It wasn't anything I did.
got lucky. Yeah, got lucky where you sat. Yeah. That's okay.
Saw
Yeah.
your man Sam McClure in the Olympic room.
Okay. Here we fucking go. And this guy, this guy, I'm gonna blow up. I'm gonna blow up very soon. So last week goes on about how Mason Cox. There's an argument for Mason Cox to be within the top 3 ruckmen of the competition. He reckons. I mean,
Yeah.
fuck, dead, right? Anyways, did you watch Thursday night?
The game?
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
What did you make of Mason Cox's performance?
It wasn't statistically great, but the structure that he brought to the team, I think, is important. But yeah.
Okay, I think that's a cop-out answer, personally. So because all Mason Cox does is stand there, be tall, and get the ball kicked to him, right? And if Dan McStay can't do that, then why are you paying him $750 a year? Bucks, 750,000 a year. Anyway,
Mate,
that's not my point. That's not my
question.
point.
That's a question. Okay, sorry. Continue. Yeah,
I'm not done. Your man's. Don't worry. Anyway, so this week's episode of Tradies, he started with that, which was 15 minutes of him defending himself, which I promptly skipped, right? And then on one of the breakaway pods, because I can't do it. And then on one of the breakaway pods, he was speaking about Mark Blitzarves and about how much of a good role player he is and a versatile footballer. And he said he is probably one of the best footballers to play both fullback, in the midfield, in the ruck, and on the wing. And then he brought up Jack Silvani as a player who can play fullback, in the ruck, and in the midfield, based on the one game he played in the midfield in 2019 against Nat 5, which really infuriated me.
That's a real Carlton supporter type comment.
Why?
Well, we will, a lot of us were referring to the fact that he tagged Nat 5 on that night in 2019 and his ability to play in the midfield.
Yeah. So look, once again, if this somehow gets back to, I respect him. I do, because I think he's good at what he does for the most part. But fucking hell.
I think you and a lot of people need to realize the fact that you've just gone on that tangent. You lose. He wins.
No. But that's not okay. If he thinks that's winning, then fine. I don't care.
He's rent free in your head.
No, because I wouldn't say he's rent free in my head. I just actively, viscerally disagree with like 90% of his football opinions.
Okay, well,
and I don't think he gets challenged enough, and that's another one of my bugbears.
Did you see? I think Lordo went at him for the locker room walk around that he was doing behind BT. Did you see that?
Yeah, he looked a bit lost. Yeah. Why weren't you there with him?
I was watching the game from home.
Was that on Thursday or Friday?
Thursday night, yeah.
Oh, Thursday night, sorry. I thought it might be Friday. Not fair. Anyways, there's my bugbear out of the way. I was actually going to message you on Able and I heard that, but I thought I'd just bring it up on the show instead.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. Exclusive to the Bias Footy Show on a Wednesday night.
My thoughts on it. Anyways, so you saw my mate Scoops at.
Saw your mate Scoops there. The Olympic room. I got let into the function. I was in the function room for a little hot minute, halftime. Yeah. Anyway, it was just great. I love finals football more than anything, and I think, you know what else I realized? Like, harsh reality. Am I being a bit emotional by saying this? Is Carlton, are we just ridiculously far away from qualifying finals? Like,
no.
Like 3 to 5 years away from playing in a qualifying final, like maybe an elimination final, okay, but a qualifying final, like the caliber of teams that played in the top, the top 4. I'm like, fuck, man, we just
Adelaide finished first last year. Oh, first this year. I finished 15th last year. So it can turn. It can turn very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's as is the case with every team. It's never as good and never as bad as it seems. So No, I don't think we're 3. I mean, did anyone think Hawthorn would be playing in as many finals as what they were halfway through 2024?
Halfway through 2024. I don't know. I just the mentality and just I don't know, the strength of movement and the strength of play, and like we're still talking about, oh, can you hit your target? You know, can you not bomb it down the line? Like it's all mental. When I was watching on Friday night, it was like a mental battle, and chess pieces were being moved, and the fundamentals were so down pat that we weren't talking about them. I don't know. Maybe I'm just in a negative week this week. I just feel like we're light years away.
Sliding up, man. Smile a bit. It's all right.
No, I'm happy. I'm smiling. It just hit me like, fuck, man. We're so far away from this now.
It'll be okay.
Yeah, it always is okay. But
we'll be fine.
Okay, well, when will it be qualifying final night?
Next year. We'll finish top 4 next year.
Oh, you're full of it, mate.
We'll finish top 4 next year.
What? Based on what?
Based on Errol Goulden and Zach Butters kicking it to Charlie Curnow, because we're gonna get Errol but keep Charlie.
I think we need to grow up from that.
No, I'm being facetious.
You know what though? You know what? If that's how you want to enjoy your footy, mate, I should not be telling you what to do.
Well, shoot a man down for believing in his football club.
Shoot a man down for having some fun. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what? Fine. Just because I know that Santa's not real doesn't mean you don't have to know Santa's not real.
Funny. So Friday night was entertaining. You were, doing what you needed to do, like because you know everyone in Melbourne, and you're friends with everyone in Melbourne. So as you have proclaimed. How did you watch Saturday's games?
I don't proclaim anything. Firstly,
yeah, you best mates with Dave Cox, best mates with Seth McClure.
Not best mate. He was just sitting.
Buddy with them. Yeah.
Okay, fine. I won't tell you when such things happen. I feel like it's an interesting talking point.
No, mate, I'm digressing in the talking point because I find it fascinating.
If you were sitting next to Dean Cox, would you give him, hey, Coxie, thoughts on Errol?
No, probably not.
Can we take a moment to just remember he's one of, if not the GOATs of the ruck position?
Yeah.
Who would you take? Prime Gawn, Prime Cox?
Mason Cox or Dean Cox?
No, Dean Cox.
I mean, I'll have to say Prime Gawn because Prime Cox was before, like, not in my time.
Man, Prime Cox was... No disrespect to Gawn, but...
Gawn's an 8-time All-Australian.
Yeah, okay. Over the course of the career, I think you have to give it to Gawn. Accolades, I understand that, but it's like LeBron and Jordan. Like, Dean Cox revolutionized the role.
Yeah.
And he walked so Gawn could run.
Do you have like an affiliation to rucks because you're a tall man yourself?
I can appreciate how hard it was. And I mean, I'm tall for you, but I'm not tall for a ruck. I'm quite short for a ruck, but I had to play ruck when I played. I was undersized.
Right. So would you say you're in the Jack Silvani mold then?
Yes.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Just all heart.
Yeah, just all heart.
More heart than skill. More heart than skill, no doubt.
Yeah, fair enough. I've gone to say Ruckman is Ruckman, and the ruck position is the most overrated on the ground.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know what it's like to be in that position where you're in danger every contest, like a knee straight at you. Yeah.
Yeah, but the tall people's job is to tap it down to the smaller people who can actually play football.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So how about you and I just do 10 ruck contests each, centre bounce, square, centre bounce operations.
And then we'll do 10 ground balls, and then we'll see who wins.
I reckon I could get you in a ground ball game as well.
No, you couldn't. Absolutely no way.
Yeah, for sure, because I'd be able to move you anywhere I want you to be.
Way too quick for you.
It's not about being quick. I can position my body to creates the space for the drop of the ball.
Yeah, but my center of gravity is lower.
I can like pick you up and,
Yeah, and what? Give away? Yeah, that's a free kick, buddy.
no, but I'll do it in a way that don't give away a free kick.
How? How are you going to pick me up without giving away a free kick?
Pretty easy.
Okay, sure.
Anyway, we digress as per.
Yeah.
So finals footy. Okay. This is the other part. So Josh Holden mentioned in Footy Abroad last night something that I said. So last week, I finally, gave in to my ego and I humbled myself and I said, you know what? Freo have figured it out.
Yeah. I was going to bring this up.
I started believing in them. Nah, it's fraud mental forever.
Yeah, you probably just can't lose that game, hey?
You can't. You got what would you say the percentage of fans split was? Was it 95-5?
Probably, something like that.
Oh, you only get one chance at a first impression in finals footy and in life. And for the Suns, the monkey off the back is like there will be no monkey on the back. Can they win the final? Oh, they've choked. Carlton kind of had that the first final with this group. They got it done, but the pressure was sort of building and the narrative was building. So yeah, I love how it all played out.
Did you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did also tip Adelaide. I did.
I tipped Adelaide as well. I got zero tips right, I think. No, I think I tipped the Suns.
I think I tipped Freo. Did I tip the Giants with you last week or Hawthorn?
I tipped the Giants. My Giants. What did they do to me, man? I was at the AFLW on Saturday. Great
at the what?
girls again at the AFLW on Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah, which you ditched.
I ditched. I did a Jack Martin.
Yeah, you literally. So I messaged him and said, "Are you coming to the derby?" He goes, "No, laid out calf." And I was like, "Oh, that's just a funny way of saying that something's come up or whatever." I've come to learn that you've actually strained your calf.
I played tennis in the morning on Saturday. Best of 5 sets. End of the 4th set, 2-2, and I literally did a calf. Like, what do you want from me?
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, it's the old man's injury, mate. Man, I'm getting on. I'm an unk coming up.
So I was obviously watching the dub, and I was quickly tuned out of the Hawthorn game because they just kicked goal after goal after goal after goal. And then I got into my car, was driving home, and goal Giants, goal Giants, goal Giants, goal Giants. And I was like, well, I'm not going to make it in home for the time of the game. So I pulled into a pub. I pulled into the Lower Plenty Hotel to watch the last 5 minutes. And it was just Hawthorn goals. And that made me very disappointed because I thought I was going to watch the Giants win, but I didn't.
Do you know what I did in that exact same period of time?
What?
So Hawthorn got up by, was it 38 or 42?
42 points.
42. I pull out the laptop straight to the AFL predictor and just ticked on Hawthorn. I was like, oh, wow, what a shit game. I can't believe that we've, seen, an average game of footy here. And then, yeah, the Giants turned it around. Pommy was right. The Giants are also frauds.
I wouldn't say they're frauds.
It was a really cool moment from last week. Ginnivan giving it to Cadman for playing on and calling him weak, like mentally weak, and then proceeding to slot 2 goals.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. I feel like you wouldn't like that though.
What?
If that happened against, I think it's just because it didn't happen against your team.
I mean, Charlie Curnow playing on in that round 23 game against Collingwood was the exact same situation.
Yeah, probably.
Go back, swallow the pressure, and deal with it. Slot the goal.
I still think he was right to play on in my opinion.
He was nowhere near right to play on.
He kicks that goal 99 times out of 100. But look, that was 3 years ago. Who cares?
Anyway.
That was 3 years ago. Are we really going to be... Do you want to go further back?
All right. How about we go forward before we go back?
Yes.
So we have 2 semi-finals, both interstate. So we're all at home this week watching the footy. Adelaide Hawthorn, Friday night, 7:40 Adelaide Oval. Wow. Hawthorn have won 3 of the 4 of the finals between these 2 teams that they've played, including the last 3. All of them have been a Hawthorn game, though.
Home game.
A Hawthorn home game.
Yeah. I'll quickly interrupt this with some kind of breaking news. Not really, though.
Okay.
Through Zach Merritt's manager, Tom Petoro.
Mm.
Reason Zach Merritt wants to explore a move to Hawthorn. Craving success, and he's closer to the end than the beginning. You can see the young talent on Essendon's list. And hold on, wait. Let me get this. So he wants Lev because he wants success, which is fair enough. He can see the young talent on Essendon's list and thinks the last 2 drafts has been excellent. He's wondering, however, whether this talent can mature fast enough for him to have that success. There is no relationship issue with the coach or culture issue that concerns Merritt. So he just wants to go to win flags. Which is not
okay.
enough.
Thoughts?
Fair enough. In my opinion. I don't think a former Essendon captain has ever gone on to play for Hawthorn, let alone while they're captain. So,
yeah, it's the captain part that's tough. Yeah, it's the captain. Like if that was Cripps, we would be mortified.
Well, in 2021, we
Yeah, we almost were. I mean, he took a
that.
while to sign. He signed I think he signed the extension June or July, I reckon. Yeah.
Yeah. Zach Merritt also took Essendon out of his bio on Instagram, which means he's gone. So good as gone. Yeah.
I don't know. The landscape's very much player-centric this year, isn't it? That's what's happening.
Yeah, I would say it's player-manager-centric.
True. Player-manager-centric.
Yeah.
But the player-manager doesn't do any of this without the player, endorsing it.
All they need is 5%, and they'll turn it into 40 very quickly. So anyway, final footy.
Back to it. So, Adelaide, you watched them last week. They just couldn't handle the experience in that third quarter. Rattled. Yes.
Rattled.
Yep.
I reckon they'll do them as a good service and they'll bounce back, in my opinion.
I think so. What else have you got here? First versus 8th has only ever happened 3 times in the history of the finals, the final 8 final structure.
The structure.
You mean first versus 8th in this semi-final, in the second round?
Well, it's apart from a grand final, it's the only time it can happen, yes.
It's the only time it can happen, right. Only ever happened 3 times, and the team that finishes first has won all of them.
And first has never gone out in straight sets as well.
Chat, got a game for you. You know what? I'm going to answer this phone call. Hey, Jazz.
Hey, she called me as well.
Yeah, can I just say something, Jazz?
What?
You know what happens at 5:30/6 p.m. on a Wednesday night.
I didn't look at the time because I finished work late today.
Anyway, we're live. Hope you're well, but...
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, okay. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye. Loves a phone call during a stream.
I got a call and then I got 2 text messages all in caps lock. Why is no one answering me? I have information.
Ooh. Should we call her back?
Let's not do that.
She's not going to be happy with you. Okay.
Oh, well.
Chat. When is the last time that the 8th placed team made a prelim, and who was it?
Yeah, well, I know this because I wrote the run sheet.
You did. It's a good one from you.
Thanks. I think the Hawks are probably one of the best 8th place teams in a long time. I mean, apart from Carlton last year, who were premiership contenders up until the bitter end. I think if this stat is to get broken, it could be this week. It could be this week. I just think Adelaide will. I just think what their downfall last week was so obvious that it's easily fixable. Like they just could not handle the heat, and I think now that they've experienced it, they're going to be at home, so the crowd will be on their side. I think they're going to weather the storm a little bit better because the margins were so small. It was 17 points in the end. Not what there was only one goal kicked in the last quarter, and it was Elliott's on the final minute. Right, if a couple of things go right, a couple of 1%ers go right in favour the Crows in that game, in that last quarter, it's a different story, and I think that will turn in this game. Personally,
fair. We've had some guesses here. It was not the Dogs because they did not finish 8th. It was not Melbourne. They did not finish 8th. Dogs won the flag from outside the 4. Yes, that's true. The Lions also won the flag from last year from outside the 4. But neither of these teams were 8th when they made a prelim. Who was the last team to finish 8th and make a prelim? Ari, was it the Crows?
it was not the Crows.
It was not the Crows. Was it Essendon?
Yeah, it was certainly not that.
It was not Essendon.
Certainly not.
It's a great question. I'm very impressed. Was it the Swans?
It was not the Swans.
Rocco, this guy just gets football. It was not Rocco. What year?
It was North Melbourne.
Which year did North make the prelim from 8th?
Which is some achievement, to be so fair to them.
Yeah.
Some achievement.
Wait, can I just go? No, it wasn't 2007. There you go. It was 2015. I just want to go fixture. If I go,
so 15 they finished 8th and would have beat the Bomber. No, 15 was who was 15 in the elimination final? I actually don't know. I know the stat that precedes it. It was.
Let me just have a look, right? So it was they beat
Richmond.
They beat Richmond by 17 points, who finished
5th.
5th.
And they beat the Swans up there.
Just for for the sake of context, West Coast beat Hawthorn by 32. That was 1st versus 4th.
2015.
Mm-hmm.
No. It was 1st versus 4th was Fremantle versus the Swans over in Patterson. The Swans or the Freo won by 9 points.
By 9. The Crows beat the Dogs by 7. So anyway, North beat Richmond round 1. Then they played in a semi-final and they beat the Swans away by 26.
Yeah, I think they went bunter in the last quarter from memory. Yeah, they kicked 4 goals to 2 in the last quarter. Do you want to know who kicked the last goal of the game for North?
Drew Petrie.
Jared Waite.
Really?
Yeah.
Hawthorn smashed the Crows by 74 in that semi-final. Then we get to prelim week. Hawthorn beat Freo by 27 points. And
Sheridan.
Oh, was that shit? Oh.
Sheridan.
Wow. Jeez.
And then the World Cup.
The Eagles beat North by 25 in a prelim. So there you go.
After North kicked the first 4 goals of the game, I think that's the stat. Yeah, yep. 3 goals. Yeah, 3 goals of the game.
So I agree with you in that, Adelaide, they'll learn their lesson and, they'll come out and they should be able to get the job done. But isn't Hawthorn the exact type of team coached by the exact type of coach with the exact type of club culture that can win this game?
Probably, and that's why I think that they're in the best shape to do it. Because if you look back at the years ago, last year we were up to our eyeballs, especially at halftime. We were right there, but just fell short in the elimination final. 2023, Obviously, I don't think. I mean, Sydney nearly pipped us, but I don't think they would have done much against Melbourne the following week. 2022, the Dogs choked that big lead against the Dockers. 2021, the Pies won the unwinnable game. Fair enough to them, but then got spanked the next week against the Cats. Was it that year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. And then 2020 was the Bombers. No, sorry, that was 2021, and then 2020 was Collingwood. So they are definitely within best shape within the last, and then 2019 was Essendon again. So they're within the best shape for the last couple of years to go on a run, for sure.
I just put a poll in the live chat. I want to get your thoughts, those of you watching from home. Who are you going to tip?
Well, the last time 8th place won a final was Collingwood in 2020, I think. Am I right in saying that? So it wasn't us last year. It wasn't Sydney. It wasn't the Dogs. It wasn't Essendon. It was Collingwood in 2020. 2019 was Essendon. 2018 was Geelong. 2017 was finished 8th in 2017. Don't know. So, yeah, they're in best shape. I don't think they'll do it, though.
Okay.
We'll go over the circles a little bit.
Do you follow Type Media on Instagram?
Yeah.
I saw his video recently where he was putting a call out for a Guinea celebration if he kicks a goal, and they reenact the reporter from Adelaide. And I don't know, from that moment, I'm like, I really want that to happen. But do I think Hawthorn will win? Well, they recruited Battle and Barris, and they're playing against a three-headed monster in a final.
Yeah. With Rochelle back as well, potentially. Up for selection.
I think I believe in Hawthorn. I'm going to tip Hawthorn.
Fair enough.
It's gutsy, but I'll do it.
And do they beat the Cats the next week?
Yeah.
And they make the grand final?
No.
Well, then, what?
No, I think they'll play Geelong in the prelim, and I think that Geelong will beat them.
You just said that. Okay, so.
Yeah, no, I'm going to tip Hawthorn this week.
Yeah, no, I said, yeah, great. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the chat think that Adelaide, so.
Fair, I agree.
Now, Ari, the Lions and the Suns, the biggest Q clash of all time, Saturday night, 7:35 at the Gabba. You and I know what it's like at the Gabba in a final when you're the opposition.
Yeah, because we played in the two games. We were there.
Yeah, we were there.
You were bare in the square, and I was 8 feet.
Two worlds collided.
Do you reckon if we both played in the final last year, we would have lost by any more?
If who?
If we both played in the final last year, the elimination final, do you reckon we would have lost by any more?
What, you were I?
Yeah.
Well, first of all,
if you were playing full forward and I was playing forward pocket, would we have lost by more? Because I don't think we would have.
I don't know. Maybe. Probably. Probably. What is the most dangerous animal?
A footy show, ladies and gentlemen.
Hang on. Don't doubt me. We'll get there.
The most dangerous animal.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Guess.
A fucking a mosquito.
The wounded lion.
You're just so cringe.
All right.
That is more cringe than me still liking wrestling.
Oh, you're really sensitive about that.
No, I'm just saying.
Don't make me go down that rabbit hole again, because I'll make you cry. Like, I get it. You know, you wrestling stands, you just get a little bit offended when people, you know, start talking about your love for, you know, wrestling. The wounded lion. beware of the wounded lion. Don't ever write the wounded lion off. It's got the heart of a champion. I can't write off the Lions yet.
Yeah, I can, and I will. I think they'll lose.
Really? The Suns?
Yep.
Get it
Yep.
done.
Yep.
Do you think they can go on a magic run and make a
No,
granny?
because it's Collingwood and don't see that ending well. Can I just say, this was the fucking worst possible first week of finals, probably of all time.
Why?
Because Collingwood won and won convincingly, Geelong won and won convincingly, Brisbane depleted, and Hawthorn won. So chances are that at least there's like a very significant chance that two of Collingwood, Hawthorn, or Geelong are going to be in the grand final, and that irks me to my core because that just makes grand final days just really unenjoyable for me.
I'm just happy that there's 2 prelims to go to in Melbourne.
Oh, we get it. We go to prelims.
No, but like, you know,
we know the right people. We're best mates with Dan Cox, buddy with Shoops McClure. We know everyone. We know everyone. We basically run the AFL, guys.
It's
So
mate.
if anyone, this is just I want everyone to be aware. Yeah.
No, you're having a laugh, but you know, prelim week is in Melbourne. Would you rather prelim week be all Melbourne, or would you rather semi-final week be all Melbourne?
I don't know. I don't get the privilege to go, so I guess you should answer that question.
Yeah, but regardless, it's, you know, footy at the MCG. Melbourne's a light.
Must be nice.
You know, you go out Richmond, Swan Street. You know, you get on the 1s and 2s. You have a few pots of beer. You know.
To be fair, there's nothing better than a pumping Swan Street.
Exactly. So cut the shit, mate. Yeah.
Okay. Whatever.
So Lockie Neal out, Hipwood out.
Yeah, partially torn ACL, which is crazy.
Who's coming in for Hipwood?
Ty Gallop came in. Well, Hipwood didn't play, so it's Gallop and Day and Morris.
Okay. Jeez.
Yeah, and they looked very uncompetitive on Friday night. I think the Suns beat the Lions by 11 goals a couple of weeks, or maybe a month or so ago, and now they include, and now you add Touk Miller and Daniel Rioli to that team. I think with the momentum that they've got, with the belief and the confidence that they've got, I see it being the perfect storm for Brisbane to go straight sets. They're depleted. They look like they're losing that edge. And I just, what's funny?
Nothing.
Why'd you laugh? Why'd you laugh? What's funny about losing an edge?
You started giggling before me.
No, I didn't. And I think the Suns will win.
Okay. Chat. I'll put this to a vote. I'm surprised by that, Ari.
Well, man, I'm what can I say? I'm here to entertain, I guess. Sure. Would not surprise me if Brisbane win, though. I think this is.
Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. I think this is the more competitive of the finals, to be honest.
Fair.
So, who do you think has a better chance of beating Collingwood in the prelim?
Brisbane.
Even without Neil and Hipwood?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
If the Gold Coast Suns win and they go to the prelim against the Pies and win and make a grand final, I think serious questions need to be asked about how the fuck they've done that.
Can we talk about Brisbane getting Sam Draper and Oscar Allen next year?
Yeah. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
Yeah. So okay. Do you think Levi Ashcroft is ready to step up in the absence of Neil?
I guess we'll find out. He's going to have to be, because I think that's the natural replacement. Because they got bodied in the midfield on Friday night, absolutely smashed, and the pressure was too much for them. They couldn't handle it, and it's a lot of pressure to put on a first year player. But I mean, is he up to it? We'll find out what he's made of. His brother seemed to be able to perform on the big stage relatively quickly.
Not worried about Will. Look, McCluggage.
No, I'm not worried about Will at all.
McCluggage will be much. I believe he'll be much better than what he was.
Right.
Yeah. No, I believe in the Lions, but you know, I'm the person that what I believe in usually doesn't happen. So,
right. So can you manifest a Collingwood preliminary final win, please?
Well, how about this? Brisbane Gold Coast. It's 50-50 in the live chat.
There you go. Should we flip a coin?
We could flip a coin.
I've got a card. I've got a footy card.
I've got
a Sam Walsh Star Powers card.
Okay.
So I can flip it, and depending on what side it lands on.
No, let's not do that.
Okay.
How about we flip a coin online?
Look at all this internet stuff. Get off the screen, mate.
What?
I think Geelong did a great job at stopping Brisbane's midfield through like 3 tagging roles, essentially. Like McCluggage was locked down, Rayner was locked down. I think Charlie Cameron was locked down as well. So that really basically limited their ball movement extremely.
Is it the first one or is it best of 3?
First one and done. Heads is the home team, tails is the away team. So it's the Suns. There we go.
All right, the Suns. There you go.
I don't see the Suns being as effective on the tag as what the Cats were. So I can expect McCluggage and Rayner and Cameron and the other players that were completely nullified to get off the chain a little bit. However, I just think pure the way the midfield operates, I back Gold Coast a little bit more because, I just do. Rowell, Anderson, Miller, Davies, Humphrey. He's built for finals.
Fair. You know how you mentioned the Zach Merritt update with his manager? I wonder when that update's coming from Charlie Curnow's manager.
Does Durazio do updates? Did Durazio do updates for Striker last year?
No, he didn't. No. Should we call him live?
You have his number?
Yeah. Old number. Don't know if it's old. Only one way to find out.
Cold calling.
Cold call. Hey, mate. We're here on the Bias Footy Show. Just wanted to get your thoughts. All right. So, okay. Now, do you want to predict the prelims or we'll just let that go?
I mean, Collingwood and Geelong will win both prelims regardless, I think.
Oh, true. So who have you got winning the flag? Your live flag winner.
I neither. Might flee the country.
What?
I can't be bothered. There's no way we've gone through all of this whole year just to see Geelong and or Collingwood and or Brisbane in a grand final again. Like I pray to God it's a Gold Coast Adelaide. Like I mate, you cannot. You genuinely, I would put down $500 right now to ensure a Gold Coast Adelaide grand final. To guarantee a Gold Coast, I would put so much on it.
Gold Coast Adelaide, yeah, maybe.
No, what do you mean maybe? You agree with me. I know deep down in your heart you agree with me.
I just want a good granny because last year was awful.
Yeah, fair.
Like if it's not us, I just want a good granny. And you know the whole Collingwood narrative, if they get 17 in a really warped, distorted way.
Oh, shut up.
I do believe that's the historical breakthrough that is needed because then we can all never use the phrase 16 flags again. Like imagine the end of that.
If that is the damn all, then fuck, we got problems.
No, it's just one of many things that represent the damn wall.
What else represents the damn wall?
Well, the Silvani connection being...
How's that rug going, Matt?
It's good.
Gonna keep it?
Hey, the monogram on the front means more than the name on the back.
does. It's
Yeah.
also the old one. It's also the old monogram. Well, not yeah. Depends on what you classify as a monogram.
That is the Carlton Football Club.
Yes,
I
agree.
yeah.
I agree.
That's the Carlton Football Club that I was born into.
I agree. Can I just say the omission of Latin on any sporting organization logo immediately downgrades it.
Yeah.
Look at that. Just has like aura. That logo has aura.
Essence.
Yeah, it has like this kind of flamboyance to it. This like it catches the eye. It
Fucking good rug, man.
once you put it on the ground.
Maybe I will. You know what? It also it's great. It's great because it's a rug, so it like soundproofs the room a bit.
Soundproofs the room. Why don't you get like the panels?
Because I have the rug.
Fair. I think I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, the comments are just completely fucking lost me.
Oh dear.
Is this the private school? Ari? Look, Wayne, I do like class and a little bit of poshness within my I would say I lean that way.
You went to a private school.
Yeah.
So you can cut the shit with all the little digs that you have at me. You actually went to a private school.
Pause. I'm not saying anything about me. I'm very like secure and aware of how I operate, right?
Yeah.
I'm just talking about you.
Yeah, and you can't use that against me when you literally come from because you are a private school boy.
Yeah, but I know that, and I don't shy away from that. So I can see one. I can see one because I've been associated with it.
Okay, great. So you don't need to put me in your mental boxes and label me the way you see fit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just stop hiding for it and embrace it. It's fine.
I'm well rounded, but at the end of the day,
best mates with Dean Fox and Sam McClure. Like if that does not get more posh than that.
Mate, I'm a public school Laylaw secondary boy. You never forget where you come from.
Okay. Have they asked you back to do like talks?
Yeah.
Have you done it?
Yeah.
Wow. Did you like your school that much?
I loved my high school. Yeah, I'm passionate about my high school and I'm proud of my high school. Yeah, I am.
Interesting.
Yeah, my year 12 coordinator was an absolute G, and he's now the principal of the school, and he really looked after me. He actually he had my back when I may or may not have deserved it, but yeah, he had my back. I love my school.
Did you have a bit of mischief?
Yeah, I was cheeky. I got suspended in year 9, and then I became good boy after that.
What'd you do?
Snuck out of a cabin at camp to go into a girls' cabin.
Yeah. This is the team we like.
This is the
Very
stuff,
good.
mate. Yeah.
You just passion on all day. That's what you would have done.
Didn't quite have the guts to make the move that night either. That was all for nothing.
Yeah, well worth it then. Nice.
Yeah, well, we got into the cabin. That's the main thing. Anyway.
Very good.
So, any other Carlton related news you want to touch on as we circle back before we finish up?
Well, I think it depends on how long you want to divulge in the whole Charlie stuff, because I feel like that's the only. I mean, we can only talk about Liam Reedy and Campbell Chesser for so long, right? With all due respect, because
I feel like a Charlie update is coming in the next 48 hours.
What's that update? Because he's still overseas.
He is in Mexico.
Fair.
Topless in Mexico.
How do you know this?
I've just seen things on Instagram.
Oh, nice. Just stalking.
I think the best place for Charlie to be right now is not in Australia.
Absolutely. I definitely tend to agree. Mexico's very rogue. Did you reckon?
Mexico would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, for private school boys like you, of course it would be.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you been?
No.
Would you like to go?
Yeah, like in theory, I love the
Right.
Middle East. I love the Middle East.
Yeah, we know. Anyone who knows you knows that.
Yeah, love the Middle East and love Asia. It's good stuff.
Okay.
Mm.
Fair enough. What do you make of going back to footy? Because that's what we do say. Sit here and say, well, that's what the show we are on is. What
Oh,
do?
sorry, can I just interrupt you there? I forgot about this. Flanders.
Yeah,
I was pretty excited about the idea of Flanders. I was not impressed with his final. And
interesting.
yeah, so I wanted to ask you, did you see any finals performances from guys who are not top liners who caught your attention from a Carlton perspective? Because I got a couple.
I mean, are we talking realistic or not realistic?
As realistic as you possibly can be, knowing you would probably get none of them.
Well, I think anyone that I reckon 99% of the players I played for the Gold Coast Suns on the weekend are up for sort of discussion, and the big one for me is Bailey Humphrey.
Oh yeah, Bailey Humphrey. I like that.
I love Bodie Yulin with all my heart, but I don't see him going anywhere because he's an academy boy. So
yeah,
I think he's staying put. But I think Bailey Humphrey, boy from Maui, so come back home, sort of. Sort of Victoria. If he's involved in a potential Charlie trade, then I think that's a good start.
I agree. I like Connor Butterick. I liked his game. Ryan Angwin from the Giants is the one that caught my attention. I thought
you spoke about this on Monday, and I don't know.
Exactly. It's the not sure. He played 10 games. Young fella, out of contract end of next year. And left footer. And I saw him lift for the Giants. I really saw him lift as a no-namer type player. I really like him. I really like Joe Fonte as well from the Giants, but I don't think that they would let him go. I think they really rate him highly.
Pelly.
Yeah, the font.
Why has the GWS Giants not been brought up in discussion at all?
Let's bring him up.
In a potential Charlie Curnow trade.
Why would they be brought up in the conversation?
Wants to move interstate.
Wants to move interstate.
If he wants to go to Sydney, why not? Why doesn't he want to go to GWS?
True.
I say this because I like a lot of their players, so maybe it's a little bit more of a personal sort of like thing. Yeah, because I have Hogan and Cadman. But what if they didn't have one of them and had Charlie instead? And we got
Well, they would not trade Cadman.
They wouldn't trade Cadman, but the Suns will trade Jed Walter.
Yeah, because they've got Ben King, who's younger than Hogan.
But Hogan's a better player.
Hogan is a better player, but Charlie's a better player than Walter right now.
Hogan's a better Charlie. What? Who's sorry?
Charlie's better. So Charlie goes there and becomes the best forward immediately at the Suns.
Yeah.
Whereas,
does he?
Charlie, he's better than Ben King.
Yeah, I agree. I just like. It's interesting to see. It's interesting to hear trade valuations based on players' potential players thing.
How we've gotten here, and we are still not in a scenario where a sit down and okay, can we hash it out, is the part that is completely throwing me.
If you think Charlie's better than Ben King, the one we got after Ben King, why isn't he the one involved in trades? Because he's out of contract at the end of next year and he's a Melbourne boy, as opposed to Jed Walter, who I think he's a Broadbeach boy. I think.
Yeah, he's been there for a long time.
Yeah, I think he's been in the system since he was a teenager. So why isn't
I'm
Ben
just-
King the one that we're looking at? Can you play Ben King and Harry Mackay on the same forward line? Are they too similar?
No, maybe we're going for a whole new system and a whole new philosophy in the forward.
Would you want a direct replacement, or would you want a direct replacement, or would you want other pieces?
If he was to go, I would like a couple of players ready-made.
What if none of them are okay forward?
I wouldn't be completely opposed to that.
What if it's Charlie for Walter and Flanders, or
Yeah.
Charlie for Flanders, Butterick, Humphrey, and Jack Rogers? Just throwing guys as an example.
That goes in the cooked category.
Okay, but just as okay, you're not just like I know that's cooked, but like as an archetype of a trade, direct replacement, but not a lot back, or a lot back, but no direct replacement.
A lot back, but no direct replacement.
Yeah, I think I would tend to agree on the. I would be far more confident in saying yes if Brody Kemp wasn't coming off an Achilles and Harry.
Basically, we're going to be doing this story every year now. Every year that Charlie is at Carlton, if he stays.
Nah, what if he's Norm Smith medalist in the end of next year, mate? He's not going anywhere.
Maybe. Do you think the beef is with the coach or with something else? Like, what's the beef?
The story's changed 150 times, right? So first it was he's unhappy with the Melbourne lifestyle, wants to get out of the bubble. Then he was unhappy with some assistant coaches. Then he was unhappy with the senior coach. What is it? We don't know.
What if you're the club and you say, you know what, Charlie, we appreciate that you want to get out of the bubble. Let's do something together. You go and have an excellent year for us next year. Do right by us and give us the best opportunity to get the best deal by playing good footy next year. And then we'll promise to entertain a trade next year. Because right now you've kicked 30-something goals. Well, because right now you kicked 30-something goals. Everyone is saying, nah, Sydney can't pick one of their 5, but Carlton have to give up one of their contracted dual Coleman medalists. So allow that conversation to be unanimous in the value that we're getting back.
I don't think there's any point in delaying a trade to next year. Just do it now if you're going to trade him.
Well, there is a point. Look at Bryce Gibbs. We did it. He requested to go home. He had career best year. We ended up getting the second first-round pick that we were denied the year before.
Yeah, but what's saying that Charlie Cann's going to have a career best year?
No, I'm saying that is the conversation. Like, hey, you want to go? All right, cool. We can't do that right now because these teams don't want to come to the party. I just believe in dispute resolution.
Wow. Are you a lawyer?
I just believe. I just struggle to believe he's so badly disgruntled and to the point. Unless something, again, which we've been saying all year, unless something so disgustingly rotten happened.
He would have requested a trade. He would have requested a trade. Okay, but he hasn't to this point. So I don't think we can sit here on the assumption and say the relationship is totally beyond all repair, and that if we hold him to his contract next year, he'll become a liability he'll become a player that doesn't work for the team. I don't see that being accurate because for 2 reasons. Firstly, if the relationship was broken to the point beyond repair, he would have requested a trade. That is just something that he would have done. Get me out of this club. I don't want to be here anymore. And he hasn't done that. And I don't think he will. He might. And if he does, then it's a different conversation. But I don't think he might. I don't think he will. And secondly, we've seen in the past players request trades officially, stay, and then turn it around. I use the example of Matt Real last year. He met with 4 clubs He met with 4 clubs, said, no, I'm staying, and it's had a career best year. So Charlie Curnow might come back from Mexico, put his top back on, and and then all of a sudden be like, you know what? I'm back in. I'm committed. I've cleared my head and I'm ready to go. We don't know. We could do that. We don't know.
Do you think he'll be forgiven?
If he's not, it's a disgrace. If he's not, I'm just going to say that right now. If Charlie Curnow, do you mean forgiven by the fans?
Yeah, round one, kicks their goal. Yeah, everyone get back around him again.
If Charlie Curnow is not accepted with mass adulation, should he stay? I would be extremely disappointed in the fan base. Extremely disappointed.
I got a feeling this wedge will grow if he stays. I hope not. I'm not trying to manifest something, but
what's the point then? Like so, if he does stay, under what circumstances though? If he comes out and says,
I'm staying. I want to get my body right. I owe it to this club. I love being here. No, but I don't think everyone will believe him that it won't happen again next year.
I mean, then I mean, isn't that the kind of crux of it all?
Yes.
Once again, as a fan base, what has he done?
Listen,
what has Charlie Curnow done?
Fans live in the romance of footy, which is the loyalty of footy. You can agree with it, you can disagree with it. That's where we live.
Yeah.
Where there is the opportunity to be free and go and chase the dollars or the environment that you want, fans cling on to the loyalty.
Okay, I do tend to agree. The only reason why we're having this conversation is because it came out publicly. I used this example 2 shows ago. Mark Murphy met with Richmond, met with Damien Hardwick at the end of 2015, and stayed. If that had came out, the only reason why his loyalty hasn't been questioned up until this point is because no one knew about it. So all of this conversation could have been happening in the back room, and people aren't people. I think for the most part, fans are angry that we know of the issue as opposed to the issue actually happening. In my opinion,
yeah, because I think there's a belief that the players can control whether or not this news goes public or not.
Not in this day and age.
Maybe.
Absolutely not. But also, none of this messaging is happening from Charlie himself. It's all from Duralia.
It doesn't happen without his blessing.
Once again, you give him 5%, they take 50.
Durazio doesn't do what Durazio does against Charlie's will.
I'm not saying he does. But he can quite easily turn a conversation between Charlie and the club from being like, are you open to trading me? If you are, I will go, into Charlie Curnow wants out. That's how quickly it can turn. When in reality, the facts of the situation are 2 very different things.
I don't think that's true. I don't think you can absolve Charlie of responsibility here with the narrative just because it came from his manager. It comes from his manager, and his manager only represents what his client wants.
Totally. I agree. I'm not sitting here absolving him from all responsibility because he does have to earn trust back into the fans. Not only because of the off-season shenanigans, but also what happened this year. Like he had a poor year. So like he has to earn trust back with the fans from an on-field perspective as well. Totally agree with that. I think it's an exaggeration to sit here and say that the relationship is broken beyond repair because but every player does this, like it's not as if he's done some unbelievably outrageous, ridiculous thing where he's turned his back on the club and he's like full broken all relationships. Like that hasn't happened. He's just met with another coach. Everyone does that.
Yeah.
Matt Rowell met with 4 clubs last year, and he's had a career best year this year, and the Suns fans love him.
I think
4 clubs.
Right. I think you're right in that we're needing to adjust to the landscape changing. We've got to get used to it. This is going to happen more and more. And this is the start of that. It's happening more and more every year. Don't be a leader. The Suns don't have a loyal fan base like Carlton. So you don't hear about it as much, the reaction from the Suns fan base for the Matt Rowell situation, because they don't have tens of thousands of people talking about it, thinking about it, whether it's online or just in their homes. So I get what you're saying. Matt Rowell did it and it's part of the industry, but I mean, this is the Carlton fan base we're talking about here.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, we're a better team with Charlie in it next year. Yeah, so
that's a fact. So so having Charlie in the team gives us more chance of winning a premiership. Why wouldn't every single person in the club? Yeah, yeah. Well, in the time, so next year, Charlie Curnow plays. Next year, we have more of a chance of winning a flag, and we won't. I think it's harsh to look prospectively, because you don't know what's going to happen in the off-season next year or the off-season after that. So I think it's sensible to look in the immediate short term with Charlie in the squad. We have more of a chance of kicking more goals, winning more games, playing for more finals, and winning a premiership with Charlie in the team. So why wouldn't every key stakeholder involved in the club do everything in their power to make Charlie play and be committed to the club? Now, there is a point where you can rip I don't know how to describe this, but you can force the relationship to break down from the other person's perspective. If Charlie's umming and ahhing about, do I want to be here, do I not? And then a person from the Carlton Football Club sits down with a meeting and starts blasting him over the table. You're uncommitted. You don't care, blah, blah, blah. Charlie's going to walk out of that meeting probably be like, well, you know what? I'm out. Whatever. I don't care. You guys don't care about me. But if that same meeting happens and the person across the table from him is giving him the correct messaging, he might turn around and be like, you know what? I am wanted here. I do feel loved. I do see a place for me here. I'm 100% committed. Let's go. Do you know what I mean?
I do. I just don't know what the balance of that has to be a proper club moving forward.
How so?
Like, you can pander to your certain players, your superstars, but how much do you pander to them before it becomes a negative for the rest of the group and the culture you're trying to build? Star mentality and superstar mentality, and a lot for a select handful of players in terms of salary exposure and stardom and attention, has proven not to work for Carlton.
Yeah, on the surface of it, I do agree. However, I would rebut by saying the absence of Curnow is probably one of the most, probably barring Jacob Wiedering, probably the most crucial or the biggest impact. The absence of him probably gives us the most impact, if that makes sense, across the long term.
Maybe not if you get a couple of players, 2 to 3 players who go on to play 150 plus games afterwards.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree. And also, I would trust the club and I would trust Graham Wright and subsequently all the like Chris Davies as well to have the relevant conversations with the other leaders and be like, if Charlie stays, would it hinder the group's morale, cohesion, dynamics, whatever? And if the answer to that question is yes, then I would assume that he would be on his way.
Well, maybe we just need to stop getting so in love with the individuals. That's that's my takeaway from this year. Like, enough of that.
Yeah, to a certain extent, I think.
Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it when you're younger. You generally latch onto an individual. That's what brings you into the club. Trust me, I get it. But it just doesn't serve.
No, but there's an emotional hook between the players of the club that are currently here.
Yeah. That's why I love what Jacob did. Had the offer from St Kilda, re-signed with a year to go on his contract, to eliminate the noise.
Yeah. No, that's a sign of but they're rare, right? Those characters are rare.
Yeah.
They're just probably more well known who's are highly publicized.
So do you
So-
want an environment where you're challenging your players?
Yeah.
What if we're
But-
getting that? Charlie doesn't like that.
I think then it becomes a more nuanced conversation.
Because I find this whole thing around the Voss, it's happening again. What happened at Brisbane with the player exodus? It's like, okay, well, on the one hand, you don't want Voss to be this soft, guy. You want Voss to be the fierce Voss that demanded standards, but just don't demand too much of Charlie because we need Charlie.
You can make exceptions for elite footballers, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, maybe Voss is. Maybe we don't want to do that anymore.
You can make slight exceptions for two-time Coleman medalists.
Yeah.
In my opinion, and on the proviso that the rest of the group is comfortable with it, because if you turn around to the majority, to the rest of the playing group, obviously it's a fanciful kind of example because you're not going to have, all right, we're going to have an all-player meeting except Charlie. That's not going to happen. But if the consensus of the group is not treat him a little bit differently, but cater to his needs, because when he's up and about and when he's fit and firing, he's going to kick us 4 goals a game, win a Coleman, and make us unbelievable going forward. I think, and give us a far better chance of winning a premiership. I think most players would be like, okay, fair enough, but you're not making that same concession for a player who hasn't proven that, but he has. I guess it's just really unfortunate because of the season that he's had.
Yeah. Just do your job. Play football.
Play a role.
Play a role. Buy in.
No bet.
Maybe Cripps wasn't talking to the fans when he said just buy in. He was talking to the playing group.
Yeah, right. What did you make? I don't have Vossi's 30-minute thing that came out last week, didn't it? What did you make of that? We haven't spoken since then. We got to know the name of his dog. No, that was cute. I like that. That was cute. I like that. I forgot what the name was.
I don't know. Look, it's all nice words. We can all say the right things, but can the right actions be done? The trust is broken, Ari, and only results can fix the trust.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what if Charlie stays? Round 1 next year versus Richmond. He has 4 disposals, kicks 1 behind, and we lose again.
Buckle up, my friend.
No, right?
Buckle up.
That would be fucking chaos.
Oh, man.
That would be.
Oh, man. Oh.
I couldn't. That would be ridiculous.
We can't be doing 2025 again.
On the flip side, what if he has 14 touches, kicks 7 goals, and we win by 81 points?
That's what everyone wants.
Okay, great.
Kick six, because it's all about actions now. It's not about like it's, you know what? Fine, you want to, you will show your disgruntlement. You're a bit pissed. Cool, but if you do stay and you show up, you're expected to perform. So if he comes out and does the 6 goals and pumps the chest and grabs the monogram, yeah, he'll win us over pretty quickly. Like it's all about performances, man. It's just all about wins now.
So does he need to be exceptional?
Yes, absolutely he does. He needs to be a fucking leader.
If he's not exceptional, but the club continues to perform.
Well,
So we get away with it. Okay, great. So he doesn't need to be exceptional. So round 1 next year, Charlie has 9
I don't think-
disposals, kicks 1 goal, and we still win by 11 goals.
Well, then he'll need a little bit more time to earn it back.
What if we're their grand final day next year, right?
Mhm.
Halfway through the last quarter versus the Giants, and we're up by 12 goals, and we're loving life. And for the entire year, Charlie averages 11 touches a game, has kicked 43 goals, and has had and hasn't kicked more than 3 goals. Has only kicked more than 3 goals in a game twice.
Okay.
Should we have traded him?
Well, I think if we're in a did you say we're in a granny?
Yeah, with 12 goals up against the Giants in the last quarter.
Well, then, mate, I'm sure he would be doing a lot more than what those stats say if we're in a granny.
Based on what?
Based on the fact that we would be in a granny.
Yeah, I know, but like the point I'm making is like, are we so? It's a team game, and we're all concerned about the performances of the Carlton Football Club.
Bro, it's really simple. Win.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm saying we're all concerned about the performances of Carlton. We're not concerned about the performances of Curnow. So individually, yeah, we'd love him to kick 6 goals, but
We don't make a granny. We don't make a granny next year. In your hypothetical, without Curnow having a good year.
Yeah, but
what?
It's just a that's the point. It's just a hypothetical to explain a point.
But you're not allowing me to play in your world on anything but your terms.
Yeah, because it's my world. So we're
you're not letting me answer the question.
But we're concerned about the performances of Carlton, not the performances of Curnow. So
they translate.
To what extent? It's like how much of an extent? I'm saying.
Can I answer the question? Yeah. Can I answer the question? The better he plays, the more chance we have of winning games.
Okay, great. Great.
That's how.
Yeah. So what? But that's with the interest of Carlton in mind, and like you said, with the interest of Carlton in mind, the better Charlie plays, the more chance we have of winning. So
yes.
So regardless of the kind of the how the next 4 weeks or however long it is plays out, if he stays, then he's there, and it's like you need to buy in fully on him, regardless of one individual performance, another individual performance, because the season's long. If that makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
What do you mean it doesn't make sense?
I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything. No fans have to do anything. Let me see a guy that's leading the way he should be leading. Then I'll decide how I react.
What do you mean the fans don't have to do everything?
What?
What do you mean the fans don't have to do anything?
I don't have to do anything if he decides to stay.
You have to be supportive of him.
I want to see wins.
Yeah, from the Carlton Football Club.
Yes.
Yeah, like Eric says, you have to buy in as a supporter base.
Show me wins. Don't lose that first game against Richmond. Win that game and continue to win and win 16, 17 games and play finals footy.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Well, we have to go.
I don't know why you just started yelling for.
Because you started going, you just like, I don't know what you were doing just there. You like put me into this hypothetical, but I wasn't allowed to like answer the question. It's like I could only answer
because
the way you wanted me to answer it.
Yeah, because the hypothetical, once again, to finish, is we're concerned about the performances of Carlton, not the individual performances of Curnow.
No.
Right?
No.
Okay, so you're just not going to engage in the conversation.
No, we have 3 minutes to go in this conversation.
Well, yeah, because you're delaying it. I would have finished my point if you would just let me talk.
Oh, okay, great. I'm the one that delayed. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah. No, it's all right. It's
fine. Oh my goodness. I'm not getting dragged into a hypothetical if I can't answer it.
What?
Ari, it's time to go.
Yeah, okay, whatever. You're an idiot.
Right? Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, mate.
You're an idiot.
This is on me as to why your hypothetical situation dragged out, not you. It's on me. You know what?
I'll take interrupting me.
Oh, okay. It's definitely on me. Guys, I'm sorry for ruining that hypothetical conversation. See you next week. W show starts in 2 minutes. Ari, thank you very much for your work. See you next week.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
I don't accept it.
I
don't accept it.
Ari. Much love, mate.
Not good enough. I'm gonna have words.
No love?
I'm gonna take this to HR. This is workplace bullying.
All right. Well, applications are now open for a co-host for the Pies Footy Show for next year. See you guys.
Next year.